Hi, it's Joan from Joan's Designs and Creations. Hi everybody, I hope you're having a good day. Today we're going to make some tulips. I'm going to make a tulip arrangement for my daughter's secretary so she can celebrate Secretary's Day on Wednesday or Administrative Assistant Day. What we do is we take 6 balls of clay, the same size, to make 1 tulip. I'm going to make a total of 2 tulips with you today. And these are blue. I've already made some yellow, some purple, and pink. So you take the mold, and I got this tulip mold from Temu. You just take those balls of clay and you press it into the mold. And I just cut off the edges so that you can see, so that there's just the little bit that goes over. Once you get it down to a science of how much clay you need in your mold, it goes a lot simpler. You just press it in the mold on the bottom part. Use the thickest part on the bottom part of the leaf, of the petal. And you'll need 6 petals to make 1 leaf. So you'll see I'm cutting, putting them in there. They're coming out nicely. I did use a little bit of mold release on the mold at first because it's the first time I used it. And then after that, I didn't have any problems. So now that's all. I made 6 petals, and now I'm going to start on the second 6 for the second petal. For the second tulip, sorry. So I'm going to make the middle of the tulip. Just split it into 4 sections and roll it over to make the middle part of the tulip. Then you just place the petals along the side. And there you have it. Very quick and easy way to make a tulip. Do the second one, cut it in half, and then cut each one of those in half. Needed a little more clay. It didn't turn out right. So then I just rolled down those middle to make the middle part of the iris part of the tulip. Again, put the petals around the tulips to get your shape that you want. And as you put them in the, as you let them dry, they will become stiffer. Then I just take my makeup palette and I'm going to do some highlighting on here to bring out those definition of the petal veins, and also just to give that little bit of shading that brings the flowers to life. I got this color palette from Crystal at Glitz and Glue, but you don't have to get these elaborate ones. You can get from your Dollar Tree or makeup. It doesn't change the consistency. I like the different colors that Crystal has in her palettes, so that's why I went and got those. And I just go on the outside of it and brush it, because blue is sometimes a harder one to find. So then we are going to work on our box, and I just put a piece of styrofoam in the middle, and then I'm going to make the bow with different colors of spring colors, and just bring the colors that I made out of the tulips, bring them into it so that it shows how they blend together. So I'm starting with my fattest ribbon, the yellow, and then I'm going to use the spring one that I have, and I'm just cutting the tails and just dovetailing those, cutting them out and adding them in. You can add some up and some down, those tails, and then whenever you do your bow, you have to remember to twist it so that the right side of the design is showing up and it shows in your bow nicely. So I have the yellow and the variegated one. Then I'm going to do a thinner, I believe this is a 1.5 inch ribbon. And I love this embroidered ribbon. Just do a couple more loops on those. And then I added the tail at the end. And I always use gum bands to keep my ribbon together so they don't fall anywhere. Close it with a zip tie. And then you'll fluff it up so that the right side, so that it's creating the illusion that you want to. You'll have some of the tails going up, some going down. You could have them all going down. It's how you look at it, what look you're going for, and then how it looks on your project. Because even after you think you have it down, just fluffing it up, once you get it on your project, you'll rearrange it again. And just pulling those loops out so they pop out from the leaf. From the bow, sorry, not leaf. Having trouble talking today. Again, I take a lot of time to play with my bow to get it to the right design that I want. Then I'm just taking a piece of that colored ribbon, that spring colored ribbon. I just absolutely love this. I believe I got this from Sam's Club. I'm not real sure. I may have had it from a couple years ago. So I just take it, wrap it around, and then hot glue that down to match. And I add my bow to the ribbon that's already there. And I just realized that my bow stems were way too long, the tails. So I had to cut them off and adjust it because it wouldn't sit right on the table or the desk. So I play with it again. And then I add it to the front. Hold it there for a few seconds. And then readjust the bow again, and there I have my bow. Then I took and added bows to each side of the ribbon on the around the four sides. Now I'm going in and adding the 4 different colors of the tulips that I made. The box that I decided to use, I only needed 4. I have 8 made, but I only needed 4 for this project. And I love the contrast and the shadowing that makeup gives. You'll see that I use the different, the purple on purple and pink on pink, and the yellow on yellow is really pretty whenever you look at it in person because it has some glitter on it. Here I'm just going in and adding some leaves to the arrangement to make it more realistic. I end up adjusting these leaves several times to where I get it to where I like it. I believe even after I stopped the video, I changed them again before I finished it out. So I thank you all for joining me today and creating this little tulip arrangement. Here's where I'm showing where I'm adding the butterfly to the front of the bow and the bows to the side. Messed up on my order here, but you get the idea of it. You see how it all comes together. We all make mistakes, but I decided I'm just going to keep this one this way so that you can all see me. Thank you.